Today on the channel, we're going to check out from Mattel WWE Main Event Series 154, Jake the Snake Roberts. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rich, and today we have one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, Jake the Snake Roberts. Now, this guy was a badass. Big, strong, had the ultimate finisher, DDT. He was awesome. Love this guy. So much charisma. I loved his feud with Ravishing Rick Rude. That was awesome. But this is from the main event line, which is pretty much your basic line, but man, it's going to be good. Now, I do have the Coliseum collection, Jake the Snake, to get out and compare to, so this isn't going to be nearly as articulated or as all the paint apps and everything that the Coliseum collection has, but I think it's going to be a good one. Could it beat out my favorite main event figure so far, Mr. Perfect? Well, let's find out. So on the front of the package, you got WWE logo there, main event. You have highly articulated there, Mattel logo. Awesome picture of Jake the Snake right there. The big blister right here, Jake the Snake Roberts there, Series 154. That is it on front. And you can see on mine, man, I really have a bad one. And I picked this up at my Meijer, and it was the only one they had, and I said, I'm going to get it because Jake the Snake is awesome. I love it. All right, on the back side, here we go. We have your certified authentic hologram there. You have, it says Jake the Snake is a grappler. It says so right there. Highly articulated again, Series 154, Jake the Snake Roberts. Signature move, DDT. Awesome picture of Jake the Snake with he just had that look on him all times. I don't know if we ever seen him smile. Down here we got a cross-sell Randy Orton, AJ Styles, CM Punk, and Kiana James. I probably won't pick any of these up, but they're there if you want them. Bottoms, warning, copyrights, labels, barcodes, recycling information. That is it. So here we go. We are going to cut the trap door out of the bottom and pull that plastic coffin out of there. Knife right here. I'll just cut the edges. Even though this package is all beat up, I'm still going to pull it out this way. I know it's a little weird, but that's just the way I do things around here. All right, trap door is open, so I'll just pop that up like so. So right there, reach in, grab his ankles, pull it out, and there he is. Your box is in still pretty good shape other than how it was on the store shelf there. So we'll set that to the side. And here is Jake the Snake Roberts in his plastic coffin. Look at that. Yes, he looks mean. All right, let's pull him out of his plastic coffin. Now, these main events are never tied in, and this one isn't either. So we pull it up and out, and Jake the Snake Roberts has been resurrected. There he is. Look at that. All right, plastic coffin there. We'll set that down there. All right, let's go through articulation. Again, this is your basic articulation or main event articulation. Head, a little bit of movement, but not much. It will go all the way around, and it is removable. Now, if this is different than that Coliseum collection, maybe we can use this on that, or could it be just the same head sculpt as one of the ones with the Coliseum collection? Let's see, shoulders all the way around. He's got the single hinge right there. He gets a pretty daggone good stretch there for a main event series. He has a single jointed elbow, and it will rotate. So you can throw that Nolan Ryan fastball. He's got wrists that go down, come back up. Of course, these are removable. He has a waist that goes all the way around. He's got pretty good splits. He's got single jointed knee. They are pinless just like the elbows. It does not pivot like the elbow does, though. We have the upper boot cut. And, of course, no ankle articulation, which I really like the no ankle articulation, actually, because them boots look awesome. All right, let's take a look at him. Yep, got that mean face. Now, I will say I think his head is a little big for his body. So right away I'm noticing that, but I like the hairdo pretty much. I like the mustache, looks good. The growling look on his face is not quite there. They didn't quite get that. He kind of just looks like he's waiting in line at Starbucks for a coffee. But the hair is nice. He's got little bit thin for me. I don't know, maybe not. But he's definitely a little short, I think. A little bit too short, but I like seeing a longer guy. And how's some chest hair? I believe that he had chest and stomach hair in real life on Jake the Snake. But he's not overly defined, which is fine with me because Jake wasn't totally defined. He was just a big dude. Big, tall dude. Coming down, he's got these teal tights on and the cobra right here going down, and it does a little loop around his kneecap, and then the tail is way down there. And the highlight of this, I believe, are the boots. These boots are amazing. Of course, they're snake skin. They've got lots of paint applications. They've got black laces, the black under part of the boot. Man, them look real good, real good. Painted on wrist tape, of course, but I like it. I really like it. Now, will it beat our Mr. Perfect, which I think was the best basic figure so far? Now, I don't go out and get all the basics or the main events, if you will. Mostly just get the guys I really like. If they're from the 80s or early 90s, that's my thing. 70s even. And of course, Jake the Snake, I had to get him. And Mr. Perfect. So let's get down at Mr. Perfect and see how he holds up against this Jake the Snake. All right, here he is. Here is Mr. Perfect. Yeah, they got their heights. Maybe Jake's a little too short still. I mean, he is taller, but maybe a little bit too short, like I mentioned before. But, yeah, Jake's just not going to – this is still my favorite main event of all time so far, this Mr. Perfect. But this isn't bad. This isn't bad. It's comparable to probably the Honky Tonk Man, Mr. Perfect. Man, he's probably better than the Honky Tonk Man. But yeah, this Mr. Perfect, if you can get your hands on this, I highly, highly recommend it. But this isn't bad neither. This Jake the Snake, I would say get it if you're into the 80s wrestling. The golden era, if you will. Now, I do want to get the Coliseum collection out, and I have it right here. So here is that Coliseum collection, Jake the Snake. Now, I do like this one a lot. I thought he was a little bit narrow, but now looking at him, maybe not. So let's get him out of the package here. I love the Coliseum collection, how that back just pulls right off there and lift him out. Sit that there. Now, we'll keep out his accessory case right here just in case we need to look at the head sculpt. Nope, I believe this is going to be the same head sculpt, so we don't even need that out. We'll grab Jake the Snake. Here he is. So here's Jake the Snake. Get rid of Damien here. Set that to the side. We'll set Damien right there. That was awesome. Good snake. Here is our Coliseum collection. Now here, yep, we got the hair on his chest right there. So, and I will tell you right now, this is, yes, the same exact head sculpt, just some updated paint apps on it. Now he does have, I think this has a better color, skin tone. So that is why it would look a little bit bigger, I do believe, because this body is just a little bit smaller than this Coliseum collection. So I was right about the head looking a little too large, but it's still pretty good. It's still pretty good. Obviously, like I mentioned, the articulation is going to be different. And he does not have the wide gripping hands to be able to hold Damien, but I guess you could wrap him around on him if you wanted. There you go. How about that? There you go. There's your basic Jake the Snake holding Damien. We have our Mr. Perfect main event series and our Coliseum collection, Jake the Snake. Hey, go and check out the Never Not Horror podcast. It's myself and the great horror author, Steve L. Clark. We deep dive into a specific horror movie each episode. we have a blast. We just go through the history that we have with it. We go through the plot walkthrough, and then we give it a ranking. So go ahead, check out Never Not Horror Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts from. But that is going to be it for Mattel, Jake the Snake Roberts. Till next time. Oh, yeah.